Everyone, Jonas Funston here with another epic update. This week we're super excited. I've got Brandon Decker. He's my financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, and kind of have some really cool topics today that I wanted to cover. You know, it does pertain to real estate. We'll kind of tie that in and as far as what that looks like and how. Brandon, thanks, man, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me this morning, Jonas.
Absolutely. So, kind of give us a quick rundown as far as like what you do and what your role is. A lot of people may or may not even know kind of entirely what the full scope is of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a team of three based out of the East Valley. We partner with a Fortune 90 company, and really we create game plans for families to create different parts of their financial lives. I try to think of myself and our team as kind of like a guide. And most people don't know that 90% of the people that pass away on a large mountain hike don't actually pass away on the way up, on the ascent, but they do on the descent.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you don't really think about it. You plan so much for the front side of it, but you got to have a game plan of how you're going to descend and how you're going to get out of those things too. So we think of that analogy for our clients' financial lives.
So what you're saying is quit hiking now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. All right, good to know. So, I think one of the misconceptions is when people are ready to retire, they think that their tax liability is actually going to decrease, when they're no longer collecting those paychecks. Is that true? Is that a safe assumption? Is that false?
It's kind of a dangerous assumption. I mean, a lot of times what happens is people think when they retire, their taxable income rate's going to go down, and sometimes that can be the case, but the average taxable income right now for retirees is 12 to 15%. But when we look at that historically, this is historically the lowest tax environment that we've been in the last 50 years.
That's crazy. I know you're showing me that chart. We were kind of going over everything and like blew me away with taxes were like in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah, and back in like the 40s and 50s, there was tax brackets up to the 90 percentiles. And back in the 70s, there was 70%.
That's brutal. Yeah.
Brutal.
That wasn't even that long ago. I was born in the late 70s. I mean, granted, didn't remember it, but that's insane to like think. I don't even know how that I would even do that as a business owner. You know what I mean?
It sounds crazy, but it's less than a lifetime away.
Wow, that is crazy. So, but yeah, no, Brandon's got a lot of great products. Kind of one thing that he introduced me to was, a different vertical, with life insurance. And, I know you're like, well, how does that pertain to real estate? Well, when we moved here, Jamie and I, my wife, we kind of had the foresight to, get some life insurance, you know what I mean? Granted, it was a term policy. We're in our mid-20s. We were young. It was cheap. We still have it to this day. But that was kind of more so like a worst-case scenario. We were early on. We hadn't really acquired a lot of assets. I mean, we had our primary residence, but at that point, we weren't really, rolling in, investment properties or anything like that. So, if it hit the fan, that was a great, kind of, way to protect my family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving forward, kind of now that we have multiple investment properties and, a couple different other businesses and that sort of thing, we kind of, it was time to look at a new product. And kind of, what was that you introduced me to?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as Jonas has built his empire over time, really having a life insurance, the biggest thing is it protects your family. But as you build that into other different assets that you have, like real estate or like securities, life insurance is a very powerful tool that can not only make the legacy of your plan for your family much more longevity-wise, being that you don't have to worry about a death benefit that would expire, but also in real estate, it's a great lending tool. Some of the biggest builders in Arizona actually use life insurance as a way to fold money and pull money from things to be able to use to buy or build new properties without having to actually tie up as much of their own specific individual cash capital. So it's just a great leverage tool that became a good thing for your business and your life.
Absolutely.
And also can continue to be a good fit for others as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is unique in the sense that you basically can be your own bank, essentially, right? So you have the cross benefits of, just in case, God forbid, pass away or something like that, but you're able to lend ultimately to yourself, borrow, pay yourself back interest. One of the most notable people that utilized it was who?
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney.
Yeah. One of the things that we were talking about is, when the banks weren't able to give any more lending at the end of the day to good old Walt to start building Disneyland, he actually accessed his life insurance policy to pull from that. And again, it's just another great tool that you can utilize in times of, different funding and disasters, or if it's at times where you need to have some extra capital.
Totally.
There's many other occurrences out there in times, which is why life insurance is one of the most funded of lobbying dollars in Washington each year. And again, you got to remember, not each company is the same. We have the master contracts with almost each company, but you want to make sure that you look at your life insurance contract and it's working appropriately, so that at the end of the day, it's going to be used for the thing that you intended it for.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, that's a crazy story. I mean, who knows, Dizzy might not have even been here today, right, if that happened. And, I think the important thing is just kind of sitting down, doing essentially an audit, you know what I mean, and that sort of thing. I, as you know, am very heavily leveraged in real estate. That's what I know. This is what I do. This is how I help, my clients, make money and, create wealth.
Yeah.
But, the thing that I'm aware of is not to put all your eggs in one basket, right? So I do have a, diversified portfolio with various, stocks and some crypto and obviously the life insurance. And, I just think it's, smart to be well-rounded, you know what I mean? And, be able to have, these different investment vehicles and protection vehicles. That way, you're kind of able to build wealth, but not only build it, but keep it, right? So you spend your whole life building this thing and have some catastrophic event, kind of wipe you off the map. That would be not fun.
100%.
So,
or we spend our whole lives working, and at the end of the day, we end up getting obliterated by Uncle Sam, which nobody likes.
Right.
So.
Yeah, this was awesome, man. So how can people get in contact with you? Where should they go?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go on side to our website that we'll go ahead and link into this video here as well. That'll take you right to our team scheduler link, or you can get in contact with Jonas, and I'm sure he'll be able to get us in touch from there.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks
I
for having
appreciate
me.
your time, man. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, take care. Thanks.
Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Take
Bye.
care.